Hey there, detectives. It's time for task number 3. You guys have done an amazing job so far of digging into some of these tech tools. The books you made last week were fantastic. And this week we're going to explore something a little bit different that I think you're really going to enjoy. And that is a site called EdPuzzle. I don't know if any of you have ever experimented with EdPuzzle before, but EdPuzzle is essentially a tool that you can use to add questions, response type questions, multiple choice type questions to literally any YouTube video you see, and then link those to your Google Classroom or share them through a link with your students as well. It just allows them to watch something at their own pace and respond in real time. And we're going to explore this tool today using a video right in front of us. So basically, the user-friendly part of this site isn't my favorite. I think they could make a lot of different improvements to the functionality of it. So I want to walk you through some of the steps here first. So you'll notice when I log in, I am logged in with my RBE Google. The students don't necessarily need to log in with their Google in order to use this. However, if you're going to report or receive any sort of report from their results, they will need to be logged in. So that's entirely up to you whether you just want to make it a participation thing or not. When we look at where we are, we've got a couple of tabs on the bottom here. I am logged in, so my school is there. So if you're looking for your school, it is there, and we're in my content. And essentially, what I want to do is I want to create content. And so when I look here, I can either upload a video. That's something that you've created that you want to add questions to. So maybe you've made a remote learning video or an amazing multi-day science project that has wine bottles in the background. You want to add questions to that. You want them to count the empties in the background of your video. Those types of things. You can do that too. I'm just going to go to create a video. And it sounds like I'm going to use my camera in that case. I'm not. This is something I'm going to link to YouTube. So I'm going to go create video. And I'm going to link this video here, one that I'm sure you are all addicted to, and put that into my EdPuzzle search bar. And you'll see right away here I have the I Saw a Tiger video. This is where I can start doing some things. So first of all, I can edit this video if I want. So if you found an amazing YouTube video, but it has some bad language in part of it, you can cut that right out. You don't even need to share that part. If it's an 18-minute video, but there's 3 amazing minutes in the middle, trim them. That's okay. You can also add voiceover. And so if it's something that doesn't necessarily have an explanation to it, maybe it's just a camera view or something else, you can actually narrate this. We're just going to go to the part where we add questions. And you'll see we've got a couple of different questions. You can have a note that just pops up almost like a pop-up video from back in the 90s where in the middle of the video, just bling, there's a little notation that you've written. We can also add multiple choice questions or open-ended questions, and you can time these so they appear directly in the video. And so I've got a couple of things that I want to put in at certain points. Obviously, I've watched this video before. I've made notes of where I want these things to go. This video is majestic in every single way. We're not going to go through the whole thing here, but I do have a couple of things that I want to do. So I'm going to drag this bar over to the 39-second mark. Okay, and so just to explain what I'm doing here, I'll take it back here. Then stand back and marvel. What a beautiful. All right, so I want to add a question there because Joe Exotic did something very interesting there. He took a very difficult word to rhyme with. The word was land, and he rhymed it with the word cat. Obviously with mixed results. And so what I'm going to do here is add a question for my students, I'm going to say write 5 words that actually rhyme with land. Okay? And they're going to have to write that as well. I could even change that to 50 words, and it would still not be a terribly difficult thing. I'm sure lots of kids could make that happen. So let's save that question, and that's going to pop up at the 30-second mark. I've got another one at the 1-minute mark. Oops, wrong one. Now that I can actually grab that black button here. All right, so at the 1-minute mark, I have another note for myself, and it has to do with this image here. So I'm going to add a multiple choice question about this image, and I'm just going to say best shirt, because that shirt is incredible. And I'm going to give a couple of answers here. So I'm going to have yes. I'm going to make another correct option here and say heck yes. And I'm going to add a third option, not so much. And that obviously is going to be the wrong answer to that. So I'm going to save that question and continue with the video. You'll see I've got now 2 questions that appear down at the bottom. Let's skip ahead to the 1-minute and 59-second point. All right, so I just want to freeze it right there and have us explore what Joe Exotic is doing with his hands there. I don't know how many of you have ever played guitar, but I'm guessing that Joe Exotic hasn't either. That is not, he's simply strumming to a whole different pattern, fretting only the low E string, and I'm not sure what he's actually trying to do to fool us there. You'd think he'd take a lesson before doing air guitar to his own music video, but we're going to add another multiple choice question. And that question obviously is, does Joe Exotic know how to play guitar? And I'm just going to add one option there of no, and that is the correct one. And then the wrong answer can be just, I think so. That's obviously incorrect. We're going to save that. And you know what? I'm good with those questions. I don't want to overburden my students. I don't want to have it spammed where every 2 seconds of video they get a pop-up question, but that works for me. So I'm going to finish that puppy off here, and you'll see there is my video that I've made with the drop-in questions. Now I can go back and edit it. I can make a copy of it if I want to differentiate and add some different questions using maybe different language or different expectations for some of my EAL students or IIP students. I can do that too, or I can drop it in as an assignment. And that's what I'm going to do here. So you can either share this to Google Classroom from here, or you can use a public link. And so in your Google Classroom, you're going to see a public link just like this for a different task. I want you to do the quiz on EdPuzzle that I share, and I also am challenging you to make your own. So once I get an email with this link and to your EdPuzzle, and let's say 3 questions is plenty, then you have unlocked those week's clues. Good luck, detectives.